How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience going fully raw for 7 days. I'm going to be talking about the highs, I'm going to be talking about the challenges, and I'm going to be talking about the valuable lessons that I learned from doing this. So if you're interested in a raw food lifestyle or are curious about experimenting with one, stick around, you won't want to miss this. The premise behind the raw food lifestyle is that every species can consume and is attracted to and can acquire their species specific food in its raw natural form without needing external tools such as fire. They don't need fire. Fire is of no use to them. You do have some creatures that will, whenever there's a forest fire, they'll just, eat any dead animals and stuff right after that. But as a whole, fire is not something that a species oh my god, I haven't made pots and pans and put water in it and boiled it up and I can't cook it, I can't eat, I guess I'm gonna die. That's just not how it is. Not for tigers, not for elephants, not for giraffes, not for hippopotamus, not for snakes, not for ants, there's no species on earth that requires fire. It's only humans, ever since that we mastered fire and learned how to cook and stuff like that, then now this is our default modality in thinking that this is something we need. Whereas raw foodists just look at nature and observe. They're like, no, we don't need fire. This fire is actually just an experiment whenever it comes to food. I mean, there's obviously other uses and stuff for fire, but it's not a necessity for any species. And that is the premise of a raw food lifestyle. So you really need to understand that just to be able to be open-minded to even being able to do this. And it's crazy that we're saying that because raw foods are the default for every species, but that's just where we're at. So if you're new here, that is what you have to kind of get on board with. So the first thing that I noticed whenever I did fully raw, it's been a while since I've done this, is there is a difference in your energy. So at every stage of iteration towards a plant-based lifestyle, from say a standard American diet, lots of processed foods, animal products, to a more clean, whole food, plant-based lifestyle, John McDougall style, Cardwell Esselstyn style, sometimes I don't know how to say his surname, you will see a marked improvement in your health outcomes and in your vitality. And whenever you iterate that further, so you switch to raw till 4, you'll see a further boost in your vitality and your energy, because fruits are simple sugars. They are easy for the body to process versus complex. It's kind of in the name. And then, but you're still eating the starches in the evening. So, and then you move to Arnold Ehret's mucusless diet. You knock out the starches, you up the fruit just to make sure you're getting enough calories. You make sure you get enough greens in the evening time and throughout the day with green smoothies and juices and stuff. And then you see, again, a greater increase in your vitality. But then you don't stop there, because at that level, you could still be cooking your vegetables in the evening. And then whenever you come to a fully raw lifestyle, now you have the full force of the photosynthesized energy from the sun, or in modern day terms, biophotons from Fritz Albert Popp, the full sunlight energy that is stored in the nucleus of the cell of the plant. You're consuming that. So whenever you're also getting lots of greens, also getting lots of fruit, and it's 100% raw, now you're at a level where you can achieve your highest level of vitality, because simple sugars plus high amount of biophotons, nothing is being cooked, and the body registers that oh my god, there's nothing being cooked here and lots of biophotons coming in. Okay, it's it goes up a gear, maximum efficiency, So my energy was amazing. My energy was the best it's ever been compared to all those things that I just described. So that's something to be aware of. You're going to have an abundance of energy. I did experience some detox symptoms. Bear in mind that, my diet is pretty clean already, but I did experience some detox symptoms, mainly waking up in the morning, blowing my nose and stuff like that. It's mainly the morning time. I don't know what it is about the morning time, but body's doing a lot of house cleaning during that time. But later on during the day, it wasn't necessarily a prominent thing, but I did notice some detox symptoms. So What I will tell you is that based on where you're starting, this is going to be different for everybody. I have been in multiple stages of my life where I'll do, say, like a mucusless diet, again, fruits and leafy greens, and both raw and cooked, if you don't know what that is. And there's times whenever I'm just coughing loads, like boxes and boxes of tissues and stuff like that. And because I've been eating so clean, whenever I come on this lifestyle now, the detox symptoms aren't as severe. Obviously, there can be other factors that can cause that, but bear in mind that wherever you're coming from, lots of processed foods, lots of animal products, lots of recreational drugs, etc. These can elicit detox symptoms as your body is like, oh my god, this person is not bringing these things in. Okay, kick in detox, because there's a lot of chemicals and toxins and poisons and undigested foods and stuff like that we have to try to process and eliminate and work through. So just keep that in mind. So my dreams were a lot more vivid. Every night I was having a very, very memorable, like more vivid dream than I was before. Like every night, it's like without fail, I was going into a deep dream state. So keep that in mind. The ease of digestion, the high biophotons, the higher connectivity of the cells, you're going to have deeper dreams. You're going to have more vivid dreams. So if you're someone who's into dream recall and lucid dreaming, a raw food lifestyle is going to be amazing for you. Automatic life maxing. Automatic self-help coach from doing a raw food lifestyle. And what I mean by that is I've started to realize that I was craving the subtle feeling of just something cooked. Like we've just got accustomed to just having something cooked in my mouth, like munching on something that I know has been cooked. It's the weirdest feeling. But anyone who's ever done like 100% raw, or anyone who's ever done like maybe say like a 7-day green smoothie challenge, they will tell you, they're like, oh man, this desire just for cooked foods. I was eating 3,000 calories, 2,500, 2,000 calories per day, lots of nourishment and stuff. But I was like, oh man, the feeling of like a cooked potato, cooked broccoli. So I was getting that. And because I was committed to the challenge, I went 100% for 7 days. I had to tell myself, I need to just find a way to not care about this or replace this with something else, like make my life so interesting that this desire for this subtleness of cooked foods was like an afterthought. Now this craving did go away after like the third day. Like the first day was the greatest, second day kind of was still there but not as much, and then the third day diminished pretty low. But I can see how someone can suddenly start to improve their life in every single area because they're not chasing stimulation from the one thing that people can't get away from, and that's eating. Think about all the people consuming really hyper processed foods containing lots of sugar, lots of oil, lots of salt, foods that are extremely refined, don't have any fiber, very stimulating foods. They've got chemicals in it, and all day they're thinking about, oh my god, I can't wait to get that next hit. But see, whenever you're thinking to yourself, oh, like I'm gonna enjoy the food I'm gonna eat, but it's not gonna give me like a hit. It's hard to describe. It's not gonna give me that like stimulation feeling. You're not like, it's not something that's on your mind. You're just like, yeah, I'm happy and grateful that I can eat and stuff, and I enjoy the food, but it's not like, ooh. So you have to find ways to make your life more interesting by default. And I was just starting to focus on wanting to do other things, wanting to make more music, wanting to work on my videos, wanting to do more research and read more. So I feel like when you take away these stimulating factors, you just by default, because you improve your life, because what else are you gonna do? Like you're not chasing stimulation anymore. I want to touch on some of the challenges that I had during this. I find it very difficult to consume raw salads, like just straight up raw salads. I kept on thinking to myself, oh man, this would be so much better with like broccoli and mushrooms and steamed asparagus and and like steamed kale and like steamed tomatoes and steamed onions and pak choy, and I was like, and even though in my head that I still believe that is true, I think those salads with those like steamed vegetables would be a lot easier, and I'm not ever discouraging anyone from consuming that. I'm just saying that this is my experience. Whenever I said I'm going to commit to 100% raw, the raw salads were a challenge. I don't know if I just dig them as much, but in all fairness, on my behalf, I didn't make as many fruit salads where I got a bunch of fruit and like a bunch of like raw greens and stuff like that, like lettuce and romaine and stuff like that, and eat them together. So that is a challenge that I have with going 100% raw, and this is why I'm not really as dogmatic about like being 100% raw, because if you're someone who wants to do a mucusless diet and you want to have a raw salad with steamed greens and stuff like that, that's fine. And you're going to be like miles ahead of people who aren't doing that. And how you feel is going to still be upper echelon. So that's my only criticism with a fully raw lifestyle or my only challenge with it is, damn, I just need to work on making better raw salads. Okay, so there's people out there who do fully raw, so maybe I need to learn more from them. But yeah, that's my one challenge with a raw food lifestyle. The benefit of a raw food lifestyle is you don't really want to overeat. You don't want to overeat, and you don't want to eat late at night. Now, this is something a lot of people may struggle with consciously. I know sometimes for me, there'll be times where I'll randomly like wake up in the middle of the night and like I'll think it's morning time, and like I'll just go and just start eating, and then I'm like in a haze, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Well, or there's times whenever I'll be out somewhere and it'll be past like 9 p.m. and because like I'm saying I'm out and like, I'm dancing and stuff like that, I'll work up a bit of an appetite. Even though I've had thousands of calories that day, I'll work up a bit of an appetite, but I know myself, I was like, maybe I should go to bed. But sometimes I'll be like, oh, let me just eat something. Okay? And someone hearing that may be like, it's not the end of the world. You're eating like freaking fruits, vegetables, and greens and stuff like that. But whenever it comes to sleep quality, it does have an impact on my sleep quality. It's not as great. So that's something I noticed, that whenever I was doing 100% raw, because you're like that, the stimulation aspect is gone. You're just like, oh, you're just like, I don't even want to do that. I'll just wait till the morning till my appetite is really ramped up. Where sometimes your brain is like, oh, let me just get that stimulating cooked foods. You know what I mean? Let me just get that other, stimulating cooked foods. But whenever you're doing raw, you're like, oh, I'm satisfied. I've had thousands of calories. I'm good. I don't need anything else. So you can see how it just fixes your life in a lot of ways if you're having challenges, just by removing stimulation.
So something that I also noticed is that my fitness is a lot better whenever I do either fully raw or mucusless. So during this challenge, I noticed that I felt stronger. I felt like I could recover better. I felt faster in my runs and just more loose. It kind of ties in with the whole energy aspect to it. So keep that in mind. You will, see marked improvements in your physical performance. Well, at least I did. And with that extra energy that you gain, you may actually see an increase in your libido, because I experienced an increase in my libido during this challenge, which is interesting because I've come across videos of people in the past saying, oh, their libido sort of decrease whenever they do, like fruit-based or raw foods or something like that. But I had the complete opposite effect. It's like it made it even higher. But I do know how to eat enough fruit. A lot of people do not know how to eat enough fruit. So that could be a factor in there. So keep that in mind. Your sex drive may go through the roof whenever you do this. With that being said, that is everything I wanted to really report just from my experience doing 7 days 100% raw. really, really insightful. Really, I find it really, really insightful. Let me know in the comment section below. Have you ever done a fully raw lifestyle? What was your experience? What did you like about it? What was your challenges? Let me know. As always, peace, love, veganism. Like and subscribe. I am out.